What is up, y'all? We are live, I believe. Looks like we're live. All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome to another Saturday night live stream. And hopefully everyone is doing well tonight. I'm doing good. Had a really good day. It's a big help that we've got a long weekend as well. Got a lot done today. All kinds of stuff. So I'm feeling good. Hopefully everyone else is feeling good. And yeah, don't have anything really planned for tonight except for just to hang out with you guys. And last night was a really late night. I was up till probably, it was close to 2 in the morning. It may have been just a hair before. But I'm working on a little project right now that I've got some female bristlenose plecos in this little 40-gallon breeder here, and I've had them in there for over a year, and I'm waiting for some males to grow out in this tank right here. And once I determine what male from female is down there, I can have as many males out of there as I want. But my son has had a male that's been going for quite a while in one of his tanks, and he let me borrow him for the weekend, and I'm trying a little project to try to get these guys spawned within like a 48-hour period. And within like an hour last night, he had a female trapped in a cave. She didn't drop any eggs, and then another female in the cave, and that went on until like 2 in the morning, and it's went on kind of all day today too. Like while I was waiting to go live here, he had a female trapped in there for like 15 minutes, and I know they've got eggs in there, but because their bellies are really plump, I can tell they've got eggs. I just don't know why they're not dropping yet. But I've still got until tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock. I put him in there at about 10 o'clock last night, and it's been kind of exciting actually. So anyhow, then today I started a new culture of flightless fruit flies because I've got some poison dart frogs coming one of these days when they get big enough, and I've got a culture that's been going for a little over a month, and I decided to start another one because when I was at my LFS the other day picking up crickets, he said his dad got a like a Venus flytrap, I believe is what he said it was, and he's looking for some fruit flies, so I'm gonna take him a couple of cultures and get him going. So, and then got all my water changes done in here. I think I got that done last night though. Yeah, I didn't do that today. Let's see, what else did I do today? Yeah, not too much more. Always something to do though in the fish room. So let's go to the chat and see who all is here. It says we got like 24 people here right now. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous is here. What is up, Dougie? Mob Guppy is here. What is up, Peter? Nice to see you guys. Daryl Deemer is here. What is up, Daryl? How you guys doing? Looks like you guys are hanging out early. I love it. I love it. Jad Orsi is in the house. What is up, Jad? Nice to see ya. And then VB23 is here. What is up, VB23? Missed you last week. I think you missed, or this week actually. I think you missed Wednesday. I didn't see you, or I don't remember you being there anyhow. But Select Pet is in the house. What is up, Select Pet? Nice to see you. Let's see, who else? Who else is here? Oh, and another thing I wanted to bring up, this 55-gallon tank back here that I've got all the common bristlenose plecos in. I had to have got those things like in February, I think. I'd have to go back to my Facebook private messages. If you guys remember, that is the plecos that I got for free. I saw it on Marketplace, and he said that he had like a couple of dozen, and I get there and he gave me like a calico and a super red and like 30 commons. And my biggest male trapped a female the other night in there, and she dropped some eggs, and he's guarding eggs, and I'm gonna leave him and let it go al natural. And the same day my super reds spawned again. But I thought it was pretty cool. So March, April, May, June, July, August, it took right at 6 months to get them to spawn, and they were like an inch long when I got them. So I'm pretty proud of that. That's really kind of hard to do. It doesn't always work. So pretty proud of that. Joseph from JH Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Joseph? Nice to see you, buddy. Real Thing for You is here. Mary RNH2O is here. What is up, guys? Nice to see ya. Hope you're all doing well tonight. Karen Guppies is here. What is up, Karen? Welcome to the live stream. Flynn's Fish Forum is here. What is up, Flynn? Aquascaping 101 is here. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the live stream. We do this on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. So tonight's live stream is just, there's no topic. We just hang out all night. Sometimes I go longer, an hour. Sometimes I don't. Science Gal Aquatics is here. What is up, Science Gal? Nice to see ya. Pete Berlinski is here. What is up, Pete? Nice to see you, buddy. And let's see here. Real Thing for You Fish Tanks is here. What is up? And Joel GNZ with the $2 New Zealand. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Jeff Bro, Jeffrey, Anna, Jeff Yo, Jeff, something else. What is up, Joel? Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for the $2 NZ. I am world money illiterate, but thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that, and welcome to the live stream. I can hear thunder in the background. Krusty Bojangles is here. What is up, Krusty? Nice to see you. Romaine Paul is here. What is up, Romaine Paul? But yeah, it's not a breeder, Romaine Paul. Get it right. 808 Tank is here. What is up, 808 Tank? You okay, Dozer? Are you okay? Sound like he was licking on something there. Lumpy Dog's here. I don't know why I missed you. What is up, Lumpy Dog? Nice to see you, Jeff. Who else? Who else? Who else? Carbon Really is here. What is up, Carbon Really? And then my chat jumped, so I guarantee you Benoxky Tank is here. What is up, man? That's a really cool name, actually, Carbon Really. I've never seen that name before. That's kind of cool. I'd like to have me some Carbon Reallys. Somebody talking about my thumbnail. Mary RNH2O. I can't look at that thumbnail now and not see what you saw. Oh, okay, gotcha. Insightful is here. What is up, man? Nice to see ya. Mob Guppy says 2 New Zealand bucks translates to $3.02 in US dollars. Wow, that's awesome. Pebs13 is here. What is up, Pebs13? I must have missed you earlier. So we are at the bottom of the chat. And let's see. What I've got going on right now is, like I said earlier, I'm in the middle of filming a video on these guys. I'm trying to challenge myself to see if I can get them going in 48 hours. You know, I've just got the male borrowed from my son. It's just one of those type of deals where we've had a lot of storms this week, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with the high pressure system or low pressure system that has came in, because my super reds and my commons spawned in the same day. I actually seen the super reds happen. That was the first time that I'd got to see them actually have it happen. And I mean, the male just shot in there right after a female, and I seen a flash out of the corner of my eye. I was working, and then I got to looking, and sure enough, he had her trapped in there. And then a little bit later, she comes flying out, and I looked, and sure enough, there was eggs. And then a little bit later in the day, I had noticed this male had really been caving up over the last week or so, and I saw him caved up pretty good, and sure enough, there was eggs later in the day there. So I thought, you know what? His male, this albino bristlenose male, had been fanning a empty cave for like a week. I mean, I knew that if I put those females in there, and it was, or the male in there, and it was no sooner did I put him in there within like 15 minutes or so, it was like the waters just was full of pheromones. I mean, the shrimp were all going back and forth, the endlers were going crazy, and both females were fighting to get into that cave. He just wouldn't hold them in there until they laid their eggs, I think is all that's happened. So let's see here. Romaine Paul says binging Harry Potter in the living room. Let's see here. Fish Out of Water Aquariums is here. What is up, bud? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, Select Pet says I had the right music playing. Yeah, whenever. Okay, this is what I kind of take out of this. You know, it was like a couple of videos ago on Flip Aquatics. Rob was doing a fish room tour, and at the end of all of his fish room tours, he asked them if they have any advice. And this one guy had some advice that really rings through to me, because I do this quite often. You know, I single guy, you know, the boys are both at the age now where I'm not having to wait on them hand and foot, you know, so I've got a lot of time on my hands. And it's like one of those type of deals where I do spend a lot of time just sitting there looking at my fish, you know. But he said that you need to spend time really looking at your aquariums and looking at your fish and all of your species. What tends to happen is the more aquariums that you get, the less time you spend doing that. And the biggest reason why is so you can see when there's something wrong. If you don't spend time staring at your fish and, you know, observing them, when something goes wrong, you might not notice it. You might not notice that they're acting differently, you know, because you don't watch them that often. Well, that's the same kind of thing that I was kind of doing here. It was like, my females are really plump. I think they've got eggs. They never have even seen a male before. But with both of these tanks spawning in the same day, all these thunderstorms that we've had this week, I know changes the atmospheric pressure. All I had to do is just make for sure and get him in there and get it going. But I noticed that he had been fanning on a cave for like a week, and I just thought it's going to happen, and it is going to happen. It might not happen within the 48 hours. I'm hoping it is, because it's going to make for a great video, because that's really kind of hard to do. Everything's got to be just right. You can't just put a male and a female together and it happen. You know, I mean, sometimes, I mean, like this tank right here, that male has been ready for a long time. He's like one of the biggest pigs, like his body size. He's really mature. But the females, it just took them a while to get mature, you know. But 6 months is really good. Like, that means that I've really been taking really good care of them. They're in great health, and things are going really smooth with them. So, but yeah, that's kind of my take on it. Is, you know, if I wouldn't have been paying attention to them, I might have not even thought to do that. Bald and Dangerous, Dougie asks, Jeffro, does moon phase have anything to do with the breeding? I don't know that for a fact, and I don't even know that the atmospheric pressure does, but I'm a firm believer. I know for a fact it does with wildlife movement. Moon phase has all kinds of things to do with the wildlife, but I don't think it has too much to do with the gravitational pull in that. I think it has a lot more to do with moonlight. So like, for instance, with deer, whenever you're deer hunting, I think the biggest reason why the moon phase is so important there is because whenever the moon is out all night long, they can be out in a field all night long and have all of their senses, versus if it's a pitch black night, they might be a little more weary if they smell like some coyotes in the area and stuff, because they can't see them. So they get rid of a sense because it's dark. Now I know cows and deer and stuff like that can see a little bit when it's dark because the way that their eyes dilate and everything, but it still hurts their sense, you know. But, you know, I was thinking that whenever I was doing the video last night as well. I know that whenever I clip my fingernails, and a lot of people might think that I'm just this witchcraft crazy dude, but I know that whenever you get a haircut or you clip your fingernails or something like that on a moon, a full moon, they grow really quick. But that's just how I was raised in the thinking of it. So you guys do the study on your own. You guys might think I'm a cuckoo head by saying that, but I do believe in like moon signs and you know, different things like that. So I know that back in the day, back way in the day, that's what people's TVs were our you know, stars and the moon and all the planets and everything. They would sit on top of their houses at nighttime, and that's how they would know what's up right now. That's how they would predict things and yada yada yada. It's a real deep thing. But I believe it does have something to do with it, Dougie, because there's something going on. I mean, I've got some mature plecos, of course, but they did it in the same day. You know, I mean, and lots of times I can be talking to Dank, and his within 1 or 2 days will be the same thing. Now, Dank lives probably 20 hours away from me, somewhere around in there, but that's just because of the drive. The crows, you know, the way the crow flies, he's probably 14 hours away, but... Select Pet says, didn't Mile High have a pleco breeding party like that too? Yep. Seems like last week or the week before, I think it was last week, he had like 4 or 5 different spawns in 1 week. And, you know, a lot of mine last night, when everything was just blowing up in that tank, we had a real low pressure thunderstorm system move in. So, I'm claiming that has a lot to do with it too. I don't know that scientifically though. Fish out of water. Aquarium says got some new fish a few weeks ago. Two new bichers. Awesome. I love that fish. Bear's Fish says super fast hello everyone. What is up, Bear? Nice to see you. Pebs13 says, what are good caves for breeding plecos? I use 3 or 4 different styles. Like the ones that work really good and they're most reasonably priced are the terracotta watering spikes. So they're the type that they're a spike that's like an octagon, and what they're made to do is to push down in a plant, and then you get a wine bottle full of water and you put the wine bottle in there, and then it slowly allows water to get out into the soil through the terracotta. Those are the cheapest. You can get those on Amazon in a 4-pack for like $8, something like that, and they work. I mean, they really do. But if you know much about pleco breeding, they like to have different choices. So there's all kinds of different ceramic ones that you can buy. I've even got a video, you'll have to go back 20 or 30 videos back, but I made one that Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets designed, and he has a video on how he made it, and I made one on video too. Mine's more of an entertainment type video, but I do talk about sizes and dimensions. But it's made out of slate. I went to what was it, Menards or something like that, and I bought some tiles of slate in like the 8-inch squares or 12-inch squares, something like that. And then I borrowed a tile saw from one of my buddies that ended up just giving it to me, and I cut them all down, and then you can silicone them together. But the design on that one, what it's made for, and I made a couple of them, it's made for 2 separate reverse trios to be able to have one on one side and one on the other going at the same time, and then they lay their eggs on the top, and the top comes off, and then I can scrape all the eggs off. 90% of the time I remove the eggs from the tank and I put them in a breeder box with like a like an aeration stone, you know, and in like a few days after their eggs, they turn into wigglers, and then they eat off their sack for a couple of days, and then they're free forming. And when they're free forming, I keep a little piece of wood in there with them, and then after about a week or so, I start feeding them green beans and different things like that. And right now it's been depending on when I have a next spawn, how soon I take them out, because I had to boot these guys out and they were only like 2 weeks old, and the time before that I had to boot a week old out. So I ordered some new breeder boxes to where I can have one for each one of my tanks. The one back there on the common bristlenose, I'm going to let them go the natural way, because that tank, originally I was going to sell a lot of these common bristlenose off, but they kind of turned into the stars of my Pleco versus food video. So I envision someday having like a couple of hundred Plecos on the food in the videos, you know. Excuse me. So I'm going to let them go in the tank. Probably going to do the same thing whenever these albinos, depending on if my breeder boxes make it in time. I ordered a couple of new ones last night. If they make it in time, by the time these guys spawn, I'll go ahead and pull the eggs. But I just scrape the eggs out into a breeder box and aerate them for 3 days or so, and then they just turn into swimmers. That reminds me though, while I'm thinking of it, I do have another poll up for this video, and if you're on a phone or a tablet, touch in the middle of the screen, like where my face is, and there'll be a little eye icon at the top right. Click on that, and then if you're on a computer, just scroll your mouse over it, you'll see the eye. And basically what it is the poll tonight is, what fish should I get next? And there's 4 choices. So if you guys could vote on that for me. It's just a fun little thing that I'm doing on every live stream now, and sometimes it's really insightful. And plus, like, you know, lots of times I want all these fish that are in this, so it doesn't matter to me which one I get next, but it kind of helps me know what my subscribers want to see me get. You know what I mean? If nobody wants me to get that fish, then yada yada yada. So let's see here. So hopefully that answers your question, Pebs13. Joel says, what about Barry White? Yep, that would probably work, man, if they could hear it. I might be able to get some underwater speakers or something for them. I think the music that they were playing too last night was the thunderstorm. We had hail, we had thunder and lightning and everything. So Mile High Plecos is here. What is up, Mikey boy? Yeah, I knew what you were gonna vote for. I knew exactly what you would vote for. Let's see here. Okay. Insightful Fish Keeping says, I did a water change this afternoon, and almost immediately after it was done, my Hillstream Loach had what looked like a seizure and died, and my Farewella and Angel seemed to be in distress. All water parameters and temp were the same before and after. No ammonia or nitrates or nitrites. About 30. What could be wrong? Yeah, what Lumpy Dog's saying. I mean, I'm sure you probably treat your water for chloramines. I always do. I don't ever do the let the water set out thing, and I don't think I have chloramines in my water, but I always treat just in case, because you would be having to check between every water change, you know. Man, it makes a person think it has something to do with the water, though. You know what I mean? Gosh, it's really scary. About the only thing I can think of is like chlorine or chloramines. You know, Lumpy Dog is saying it there too. Hi everyone. Sorry the wife was talking to me. All right. I can't help you out with a couple hundred plecos, Jeff. Yeah, you could. You really could. That's what I'm going for in that tank back there, is to just have a bunch of them. The more and more I get, the more water changes I'm going to have to do. But really sorry to hear that, Insightful. That sucks, though. Kind of just hard to tell. It has something to do with the water change, though. Mayhem Tanks 522. Hey, y'all. How's it going, Fish Fam? Much respect, Mr. Jeffro. What is up, Mayhem? Nice to see ya. Select Pets voted. BB23. Talking to Mile High Pleco. Okay. So Pebs13 says, what do you mean by breeder box? Different than a breeder that sits in the tank. Yep. So in my video that I did with Sergeant Tank Pets, he has a different breeder box than what I've got. I've got a breeder box that hangs on the aquarium on the front. So if you look right here, let's see here. Gosh. Get my finger to go here. Okay, right here, you see that orange in the bottom of that? That is a clutch of pleco eggs, and they kind of busted up. Some of them are spread out. But that thing hangs on the front of your aquarium, and then if you look at the bottom of it, there's a little pump down in the water, and it plugs in down here. And that pump sucks water up into that breeder box, and then it shoots it through, and then at the end of it, gosh, my finger is not working very good. Well, it's working, but I just can't get it figured out. And then at the end of it, I've got a black, like, matin sponge down here to filter it, and it's also to help keep everything from flowing out the back side of it. And then I've also got a tube that's going up, if you see the tube right there, and then it's going up to a little air stone in there. And that's for, like, let's say that you have a guppy in there that when she drops her fry, you don't want them in the tank because you're not wanting your fry to stay in that tank. Okay? Or like me, I don't want these plecos in this tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them hatch out in here, and then I let them grow up a little bit in here for a couple or 3 weeks, and then I put them in this tank over here and let them grow out. And that's my super red bristlenose grow out tank. But when they're eggs, they're in this little breeder box right here. Well, I ordered 2 new ones. Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets, in the video that I did with him, he has some that are a little bit bigger of a footprint than that one right there, and they're like a fourth of the price. That one, I think it's a Marina, I believe is what it is, and it was like 30 some bucks. I want to say it was like 35 bucks. But these that I ordered last night are $7 and something. Now, they don't come with the pump. They come with the siphon type thing that you hook air hose to, and it siphons the bubbles up and everything. I probably won't even use that part, honestly. I'll probably just use an air stone. But the only problem with that is my water flow won't come in and out. See, the nice thing about this is technically water's coming in and water's going out, so it's kind of doing like a water change type of deal. Yeah, so I probably will have to do that, but it'd just be nice to have more than one, because one right now is not working for me. My plecos are getting way too busy. BB23 says, if it dies, I'm getting a super red pleco in the future. Okay, let's see here. Charlie is here. What is up, Charlie? Nice to see ya. Raf Cabrera's here. What's up, Jeffro and the Fish Game? What is up, Raf? Nice to see you. Yeah, everybody's saying Corey's. I love Corey's. And, you know, like that pet store aquatic environments over in Davenport, they have a bunch of different really nice ones. So, Susie Q from Q Aquatics is here. What is up, Susie? Yeah, Lumpy Dog. I will get some White Cloud minnows from you, definitely. I think I remember you telling me that they might be ready in October. And that's the biggest reason why I've been holding off really looking too hard. So, got to be plecos. It will be fine. Okay, so Corridoras. Mary loves Corridoras. I love them too. They're awesome. They got a bunch of really cool ones. Can't see the eye. That's weird. It should be working. Like if you're on a mobile, you push it like you're going to pause it. So let me pull it up on my phone. Hopefully it's not loud. But if it is, it is. This is my live stream. Let's see here. So I'll pull up. Whoa, Jeffro is live right now? What the heck? I'm going to go check this out.
2 days only, this Friday and Saturday. Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount for every bit.
Okay. Yeah, I have to wait till the ad is over, so I'll skip the ad.
This is my life.
Okay, yeah. So basically what you do is you just touch on the screen and there's like an eye over here, and then you click on the eye. It's like the letter I, but it's not pulling it down for me. Oh yeah, it is. It's pulling it. Whoops. So whenever I click on the eye, it pulls it down right here. So, you guys probably can't even see. There you go. But anyhow, that's how you do it. It should be working though. Okay, let's see here. Jeffro is behind. Is anyone shocked? Yeah, how bad behind am I? Not too bad. My chat is going really slow, and the biggest reason why I'm kind of behind is because there's still people showing up, and I don't want to miss anybody coming in. So I seen John Gonzalez. What is up, John? My large male angelfish has small lump on his body, no color to it. Looks like a lump under his scales. Any thoughts? Can angelfish get dropsy? Because that's what it kind of sounds like. My large male angelfish has small lump on his body, no color to it. Looks like a lump under his scales. Any thoughts? John, look and see if angelfish can get dropsy. That's what it sounds like to me, and if not dropsy, might be a tumor. Yeah, I don't know. Those, I would look into the dropsy, because that kind of sounds like dropsy. Priscilla MK Art is in the house. What is up, Priscilla? Nice to see you. Haven't talked to you in a long while. Been about, what, a week? Something like that. Nice to see you. Is it Father's Day where Pete's at? Whoa, Pete Berlinski says it's Father's Day here in Australia, just in bed getting pancakes cooked for me. Wow, happy Father's Day, Pete. That is awesome. So Father's Day is like the first day of September. Awesome. Cool. I'm gonna make pancakes and bacon in the morning. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's sometimes that's good to have it at nighttime too. Valley Fish says lightning delay, so game's on hold. So they got a Saturday night football game tonight. Everybody saying hi to Priscilla. Joel says, I'm shocked. Jeffro's never behind in the chat. I'm so shocked. Oh, okay, Pebs, you got it? Cool. All right, John Bedker's here. It hasn't been on my S9 the last couple of streams. That is weird. Huh. I think I do remember Corey saying something about it might not work for Samsung stuff. Maybe. Because I found out how to do it through Corey. He was doing it on one of his live streams, and I sent him a text and asked him how he did it, and he told me how to do it. And seems like that first time that he did do it, he mentioned that it might not be on some. And you've got a Samsung, if I remember right. I think you've got that new S9 with the awesome camera. By the way, John, did you see that one comment on the first video? Someone was talking about, I don't think it was your flower horn. I think it was the fish that you got below it. I didn't even say nothing back to the comment, but if you get a chance, go over there and look at it. They were, I think, from Texas or something, but it's some kind of something cichlids made a comment about the first video, which that video has done great. I think it's over 500 views now. The one the other day on the plecos, it's a little over 200 views, but the first one for the first day, it's well over 500 views. And then I noticed for 2 or 3 days straight this week, my unboxing video from Sergeant Tank Pets, it was stuck at 666 views. And I tried to watch it like a couple of times to give it a view, but it wouldn't let me give it a view to get it over that 666. It was like, oh no. I mean, I'm glad the video's doing good, but I think today it's almost at 700 actually. So I'm pretty positive that my subscribers are enjoying the fish room tours. So I'm going to have to keep those up. They might slow down in the wintertime, but I'm definitely going to have to keep those up because they got a lot of views this summer. Krusty Bojangles, my adult super reds are in permanent hiding ever since I caught out all the guppies in that tank. I think I need to put a few female guppies back in for dithers. Yep, I did that same thing. I probably talked about it either on a video or something, but my L183s for the longest time, I thought they were just nocturnal, and what it was is they just needed some dither fish in there, because now I've got like 30 endlers in there, and now they're out all the time. My L183s are just eating during the daytime. It's like, whoa, now all of them are. There's still like a big male in there that stays hid out. He's the prettiest one too. I mean, he is black as black can be and really looking good. The females are still coloring up. Boom, boom, boom. Mile High Plecos, it's Father's Day in Perth, Australia. That's where Pete Berlinski lives. Lumpy Dog says a termite walks into a bar and asks, is the bartender here? Oh my gosh. Select Pet says Jeffro isn't slow, his chat is slow. Remember? Yeah, whenever I start to scroll down, it bounces like, and it just shoots all over the place, so I'm afraid that I'll miss somebody coming in. Good luck getting Gary Lang rainbows. Yeah, but it can happen. It can happen. They're out there in the hobby. It can happen. I mean, one day I was talking to Bob from Steamfelt Aquatics, and he said he should just send me some. Like, I've never had a rainbow before, so those are the type of people that would help me out. John Gonzalez says, don't think it's dropsy. The lump is up top near his dorsal fin. I think it's a cyst. I'll wait and see how it develops. Yeah. Good luck, man. I hope for the best for you. John Bedker says the blue Texas has almost no info online for it. Only info says it's a green Texas hybrid, but no one seems to know with what. Plus, you were told that. You know what I mean? I don't know. The guy might have not been. It's hard whenever you're reading text. That was one of the things that I had to set my dad down one time, because I made him really upset one time. And I called him up and I'm like, you're upset? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, Dad, I wasn't being jerky in the text to you. I said, here, I'll read it to you the way that I meant it, and I said it how I said it. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, you know, you got to be careful when you're reading what people say in text, because they might have not had no emotion. I mean, you could read that comment like that guy was pretty hot, like we were just being dorks or something, but he might have not been being that serious, you know. And it's just one of those things. I mean, all you were doing was like, I've been told that it's a mixture of this and that. I remember that vividly. So Fish Out of Water Aquarium says Dank Tanks make some more videos. You heard it here, Dank. Dank says can't hear, but I'm in the chat. Am I having a problem with audio, guys? Lumpy Dog says, whoa, was that lightning we just heard? Yeah, you heard thunder. But yeah, we're getting a storm right now. Yeah, Dougie can hear it all the way from Scotland. Let's see here. Friday Fish Facts. Okay, fish room tours are my favorite to watch. Yeah, and they're doing really good on my channel, so I know I'll definitely be making more of them. And like the cool thing about it is when I was at John's, he brought it up. He was like, and maybe next year whenever you come back, you know, that's a great thing about it, because I can go back next year and he might have more, or he might have different, or something's changed. You know, our fish rooms are always evolving, so it's nice to have that buddy in John that was nice enough to let me come out there, you know, because some people are just, you know, I got this guy over in Des Moines that has a ton of plecos that, you know, he didn't ever tell me no, but he acted like he didn't want me to, you know what I mean? And that's fine. I can do it to where the people aren't even on camera too. That's totally fine with me. But anyhow, what is up, Dank Tanks? Hopefully you're having fun at the New York State Fair. He is there if anyone wants to come and do a meetup. I bet he heard that. I bet he's hearing things good now. Priscilla says, oh, I thought more from Gary Lang's fish room. Oh, no. Gary Lang puts out his fish to people that are going to breed them into the hobby that he trusts. So, like, he goes to, like, you know, different aquarium groups, and he'll do talks, and he'll bring a bunch of eggs with him. He dries out his eggs, and, like, you know, there's people out there in our hobby that have fish from him, and, you know, getting them directly from him would be difficult since I'm just little old Jeffroz. But I just meant, like, did you vote on that? You can change your vote if you want to, Priscilla. Let's see here. Maxwell Soneman's in the house. What is up, Maxwell? TM Aquatics is here. Jeffroz FishKeeping picked up a new L183 or L134 today. Up to 10 have 2 pair of L260s coming soon too. Awesome, man. Awesome. Dank says his videos suck. Well, that is tough because sometimes I get in a mood where I'm like, wow, that was a good video. I did good on that one. But then other times I'm like, man, I really rushed through this one. You know, like I shot a video today. I haven't finished it. But if I look at the footage and it's not really the best in the world, I might go back and reshoot it because it's one of those that I can recreate again. But I hear you. Sometimes I'm really hard on myself, but that can make you rise to do better. And I think a lot of your issues are what all you're doing the video with. You know, if you don't have fun, you're not going to want to make videos. You're going to want to stop. And it sounds like you're having a hard time getting it from videoing it to editing and all that kind of crap. It's a long process for you, and that makes it not fun. So that makes you not want to do them. But I don't think your videos suck. And not only that, you'll get better as you go. I can't remember how many videos you have up, but I think it's well under 100. You get better as you go. I can go back and look at some of my videos and I just cringe. I'm like, ugh. Because back in the day, in the very beginning, I was shooting all my videos on just a GoPro, and the sound and the quality was just terrible. It just looked like I was on an action camera all the time, because I was, you know. But even the way it was transitioned, you know how at the end of the videos I say peace out y'all? I would say that at every transition. And my uncle, he was a radio DJ for years and years. He sent me a text one day and he's like, can I give you some advice? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you don't need to say peace out, y'all, in between every transition. He said it will flow better if you just cut it off. Just cut it. And I started doing that, and it works a lot better. And it was just one of those type of things where I wasn't even thinking. I was just doing it, you know. But all kinds of things like that, I can just cringe when I go back and watch some of my old videos. You get better as you go. Priscilla says, "Gots to go. Life is calling me later. Nice stream. See you, Priscilla. Nice to see you. Hopefully you have a great rest of the Labor Day weekend." Real thing for you, Fish Tank says, "Nope, he's just deaf." And then Dank says, "Wait till you see what I got at the fair, Jeffro." Whoa, now I'm intrigued. You need to be texting me a picture of it. Audio was fine. I am way behind. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Wow, I really went a long ways that time. TM Aquatic says, "Gotta run. Have a large salmon fillet on the grill. I'll watch the rest on replay later, Jeff and the Fish Fam." Well, thanks for stopping in, man. Enjoy your salmon fillet, man. Grilled salmon is good stuff, man. Select Pet says, "I'm showing 40 viewers. Let's share out and break another record, folks." That would be fun. It seems like whenever we start talking about it, because 41 is good for me. I mean, you're never going to get how many subscribers you have on here ever, you know. And, you know, like, I think right now what has happened with my channel is a lot of the people that were subscribed to me before I became a fish keeping channel, which was full-blown fish keeping channel, was in January when I just dedicated. I wasn't going to make any other type of videos other than that. I think because I've got this one thing that I can go to on analytics that shows how many people I've lost, and I've lost 240 subscribers. So right now I should be at like 1,500 subscribers, but I'm only at like 1,256 or somewhere around in there. And I think what has happened is they've just came back and they've noticed that I'm no longer making like ruckus videos or fishing videos and all that kind of stuff. So they've just decided to leave, and that's good. That helps me because the subscribers that I'm getting on board now are people that are here for the content that I make. So you don't want to have a bunch of people subscribe just because I used to make ruckus videos. Let's see here. Michael said something. Mr. Richard is here? Whoa, Jeremy's here. What is up, Jeremy? From Sergeant Tank Pets. Nice to see you, buddy. He skips him on purpose. You're a jerk. KG Cichlids is here. What is up, Kevin? He misses all my chats. Okay, well, it's not on purpose. The last 3 or 4 streams, when I scroll down and I get close to like the 1/4 part of the chat, it just goes, just shoots up. So then you start going up. Okay, so Select Pet says miss or ignore. What comment? Really? How hard is it to miss an orange dot? You jerk. He will miss my comment. Danky. You're not even giving a real comment, though. I'm not missing you, especially the orange ones that you put Jeffroz FishKeeping. That sticks out like a sore thumb, but it goes like 1,000 miles an hour. Hey, at least you're not complaining, you know, 20 minutes before the live stream. He's late. He's late. When Mike shows up early to live streams in the chat, he's like, "Man, running a little late tonight, aren't you?" Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, miss or ignore. Now that one makes sense. Yep, I was just ignoring that orange dot. Okay. Thanks for sticking up for me, Dank. An orange dot with a blue name. Well, we can take that down. Okay, Friday Fish Facts is here. What is up, Friday Fish Facts? Krusty Bojangle says, "Bam! It's official. I've got panda guppies on the way." I love them little panda guppies. They're cute, man. Yep. Jerome. Lotion boy. Oh God. Oh God. They're giving Jeremy a hard time now. 54 Punchies in the house. What is up, Pam? Nice to see ya. Welcome to the live stream. Mile High Pleco says he has a crap ton of blue eye wigglers. Awesome. That's good news, man. All right. Everybody saying hi to Punchy. Pebs13 said something. I just got some Tetra water spikes. Okay. Or Terra water spikes. Cool. Yeah, they're really nice. When you open them, they're in these like little styrofoam holders, and whenever you open them, they're kind of messy. They've got little bitty pieces of styrofoam all over them. So I always take mine outside to open them, and whenever I pull them out, I just blow on them and it blows it all off, because it's kind of like got that electrostatic stuff, and it gets on your shirt or it gets on the carpet and you can't get it off, and yada yada yada. But yeah, I've got tons of them. And they really do work. Like, yeah, I've got plecos that spawn in them all the time. He just pulled a Jeremy on me, LMAO. They should look cool with the Super Reds. Yeah, definitely. Select Pet says, was tempted to buy a Royal Pleco today. It was $30, but I think I got something better for the money. Awesome. Yeah, I read earlier in the chat how you were wanting to buy something at a LFS today, but the wait was so long. I can't remember what that was. Barbara Jackson's here. Hi, Jeffro and everyone. Yay, caught a live stream. Well, yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. I see you at Lucas's, but welcome to the live stream. We've been going a little bit over an hour here. We're just, tonight there's no real topic. We're just chatting it up. Just talking about our week. So I thought it was pretty cool whenever Lucas came back from, gosh, there was a thing down in your neck of the woods that he went to, and you sent him home with some little rock piles that you make, and that was really cool. I use rock piles in every tank that I have a shrimp in, except for one, and the only reason why is because it's a planted aquarium and they have no problems. I mean, it is just full of plants, so. But I like to use rock piles. Pebs13. Sergeant Tank says, don't mind them, Jeffro. It's easy when they be sitting behind the keyboard. Yeah. And not only that, like, the more and more people you get, like right now I've got 44 people here. And if you could imagine on your cell phone right now having 44 people texting you right now, and you got to try to read all the texts as they come in and go up your phone. That's kind of how it is. I've got like a little 4x4 square here, and if you scroll down too far, all that 4x4 just goes like that. It's difficult. It really is. I mean, really try to picture texting 44, 45 people right now all at once. And I know Mike on those group texts, he gets really like hot under the collar. Like me and Dank texts really quick. I mean, he starts to talk about something and it's just like boom, 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 and you just get a text after a text after a text. So respect your elders. What is up, Joel? Corvus Oskin is here. What is up, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you back. It was kind of tough letting you go to Alaska and Germany back-to-back weeks like that, but it's good to see you're back this week and back in the saddle. Hopefully everything's going good at home with the baby and all that kind of stuff coming, and hopefully you guys are doing well, and glad to see you're back and back on the home front. So yeah, the Alaska trip had to be fun though. I think it would be really awesome to go up to Alaska. Real thing for you, Fish Tank says I ordered 8 bushy nose lemon drops. That is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. I've got like a tank that has like 60 of them right there. Yeah, like 4 different sizes. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Which one? Which one? I don't know which one. Tampa Tom says, please go long, Jeffro. I got another hour of work left. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like we've been going an hour actually, so I'm good to go for a while longer. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Tampa Tom's looking for a way to have something to pass his work by. And I'm really glad that there's no work Monday for me. You know, like today was awesome. Are you okay back there, buddy? Can you guys see Dozer? He's having a dream. Dozer, are you okay? Dozy! Alright, sorry. You must have overdid it today. he was doing this Running Man in place. I think he was having a dream. But yeah, last night was up till 2, messing around with these plecos. And there very well could be eggs in there right now. I mean, they've been going non-stop since 10 o'clock last night. Every time I've looked in that tank, they're just spawning like crazy. So it's bound to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. I don't think he's keeping them in there long enough. Like, the longest that he had one in there for was like 15 minutes. But anyhow, I'm glad it's the Labor Day weekend. 3-day weekend, I needed one. I think it's been since maybe July since I've had a 3-day weekend. So, yepper. Mile High Pleco said I had lemons, I believe, but it went zip right whenever I got on him. Sergeant Tank Pet says, FYI, I'm referring to the 2 as M&M boys. I freaking hate group text. Yeah, the worst part about group text is they don't always all come as the text is going. They just all of a sudden 40 shows up, you know, so it's not that cool either. And I know just now I missed a lot of chat, so sorry guys. If I missed something and somebody asked, just ask it again. 54 Punchy says, overtime weekend, I have been needing one. Yeah, definitely. Me too. I didn't make a video at all last weekend. If you guys have noticed, I've kind of tried to up my thumbnail game here lately. So last weekend, I shot a series of poses, me in my new shirt, and I spent hours upon hours upon hours of cutting just my body out of the image on every one of those different poses, like probably 10 different poses altogether, to where I can have some blank thumbnails. It makes it easier for me to have a bunch of those blanks, because like Wednesday night, when Wednesday night's live stream was over, I made this thumbnail for this live stream right after that live stream was over Wednesday night. So when Dan's Fish was going live, I was making my thumbnail. And yeah, I scheduled my live stream right after, and I was able to do my thumbnail in like 15-20 minutes. It was really quick, and I just went in there and just boom, boom, boom. And yeah, so I'm trying to make better thumbnails and make them different every time, because like my live stream was always the same thumbnail every time, and it just kind of stunk. Like, you know, when your thumbnail looks appealing, maybe on the replay, they'll check it out, you know. Mile High Plecos brings some real good stuff to the conversation and says, why does Jeff suck at reading chat? Yeah, why does he? He's just a ninny muggin. Tampa Tom, no days off here. Grouting tile now, cutting grass tomorrow, kitchen demo Monday, yay. Yeah, there's really no real day off here either. Like, tonight when this video's over, I'm shooting a Pleco versus food. I've been procrastinating for 3 weekends to do that, but I'm gonna do it right after this live stream. And I'm going to shoot that tonight, and then I'll edit that tomorrow, and then if I can get these guys to spawn some eggs, I'll finish that video up tonight or tomorrow, whenever they do, and I'll make that video. And then I shot another video today that I'll edit either tomorrow or Monday. And yep. So Steve's Fishy Palace is here. What is up, Steve? Nice to see you, buddy. 54 Punchy says shooting blanks is a good thing, Jeffro. Yeah, it is. Does Jeff need glasses? I do need glasses, Dougie. I really do. I've needed glasses since I was in my 30s. Thanks, Jad. Jad is settling the boys down. She's saying, fellas, settle now. Settle. Settle them down. Crack that whip, Jad. Jeff's eyebrows are growing. Yeah, they probably are, actually. All right, I'm at the bottom of the chat. We have been going for an hour. Monday's video is an unboxing from Dustin's Fish Tanks. And then Thursday's video is my top 5 favorite plecos. So that's what I got coming up this week. The Dustin's Fish Tank plant unboxing. I did get his plants in. They are awesome. I had never ordered plants from him before, but they really are nice, clean plants. So hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing that video. Steve's Fishy Palace, you're over 30? Question mark. Yeah, I'm 42, but I'm sure you already knew that. I've got a little bit of gray in the beard, and then I've got my hair chopped, so like on the sides, it's gray. Buy a lot, Steve. Yeah. Let's see here. Joel says, just got done with a 9-hour birthing class. Well, lucky you, man. You did a lot of the you got that breathing down. I'll tell you what, you just got to be there and do. I did it 4 times. I've got a 24-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 13-year-old. And my ex-wife just wanted me there to crush my hand and not do a whole lot of talking, because I didn't know what I was doing either. And she had this thing where she pretended like she was on a beach and she was like listening to the ocean in her head, you know, and everything. And it's a good thing, though. I mean, I went to a class too. So wow, $5 super chat from my high plecos. It says, and it went gone, so I'll go ahead and click on it up here. I've got that. Can you see my chat now? Barely. It disappeared right whenever I clicked on it. Thanks for the $5 super chat, though, buddy. I really appreciate it. And I got another one that I believe I missed. Steve's Fishy Palace for those expensive notebooks. Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate it. And I did miss that, because yours was before my high plecos. Thanks a lot for the super chat, guys. I really appreciate that. Jeffro, what is the difference between bristlenose pleco and one without bristles? Is that the bushy nose? No, I think the bristle nose and bushy nose to me are the same thing. There's tons and tons of plecos that don't have bristles, though. There's lots of plecos out there. Ay, ay, ay. I'm going to have to throw this phone in the trash. There's tons of plecos out there that don't have bristles, but there's tons of bristlenose plecos. You know, there's like a line of them where there's all kinds of different colors and shapes and patterns and yada, yada, yada. And the males have a bunch of bristles like all over and up over their nose. And then some of them, the females will just have a few little baby whiskers out the lip, you know. And then there's some of them that, like my L183s and I believe my L182s, they've got quite a few bristles on the front of their nose. When they're younger, it's really hard to tell if they are, you know, male or female. Just said video output low. It does this after an hour every time. Every time I've been on here an hour, it's almost like YouTube saying, yeah, Had an hour. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! We got a $50 super chat from Mile High Plecos that I did miss, and I don't know how I missed that. Pay attention, dang it. Good grief. Thanks a lot, Mike. Golly, I missed that. I did not see that one at all until it just, boom, hit me in the face. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mikey. Really appreciate that. I don't see how I freaking missed that. Is that the same one, but I said that it was a $5? What's a keyboard? Oh my god, I'm way behind in the chat now. Oh, Select Pet says, I used to watch Jeffro at work, but boss don't like it. So I just tell co-workers about Jeffro. That is funny. Okay. So John's watching Michigan versus Notre Dame and Fish Talk going on. That is awesome. So, is that the one where they're playing it in Yankee Stadium and Notre Dame has the Yankee pinstripe uniforms on? If not, Notre Dame is doing a game like that. It probably isn't since they're playing Michigan. But Notre Dame, you'll have to look up their uniforms. It looks kind of weird. But yeah, they're going to be playing a game, I believe, in Yankee Stadium, and they've got like pinstripe uniforms. Oh my gosh, how did I get so far up in the chat? How in the heck? Okay, he's so behind it's tomorrow. I don't know how I got up there. Like, I was at the bottom, and then I was like an hour behind in the chat. The Cove says, are all plecos nocturnal? Nope. I've got these albinos, bristlenose. They're out all the time. They don't take off when I come up to them. They're out all day long, you know, just all over the place. I've got super reds that are out during the day, but every time I walk in the room, they're just gone. And even their babies, they're born like they're wild almost. Their babies, they jump around and jerk whenever I walk in. My common bristlenose plecos back there, they are out all day long, you know. Yeah, not all plecos are nocturnal. And, you know, honestly, my L183 large male, he's kind of nocturnal. But the females, they're kind of out during the day now that I've got some ditherfish. But you could try, if you've got some plecos that are like nocturnal, you could try some ditherfish if you don't have fish in there with them. But otherwise, there's just some of them that are spooky and scared, you know. But every one of my L183s and L182s are out during the night. 5 minutes after the lights are off, I can shine a flashlight and boom, they're all out. So... Bald and Dangerous says he's so far behind, I'm first in the chat again. Yo, Dougie is first in the chat. Oh, that's funny. I'm way down here at the bottom now. Charlie says it's time for meds. Yeah, it's time for me to probably have some meds too. Oh, man. So Joel said this stream died on my PS4. The code says cool, thank you, no problem. Yeah, I'm like probably the same way. Like Fish Out of Water Aquarium said earlier in the stream, he got some bichers or bitchers or bichers, bikers, some of them call them. I have always called them bichers, but they can be like a hidey type species that hide up, you know, cave up, all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's a clown pleco. My clown pleco stays hid out during the day all the time. Definitely. The Cove. Clown plecos are, you know, at least mine is. That's the only one I've ever kept too. And I've had it for a couple of years. And it likes to stay underneath, like behind a sponge filter in the dark. And then at nighttime, he's out. So, yep. Lumpy Dog says, what's for dinner tomorrow? Tomorrow I've got, let's see, so I'm going to do pancakes and bacon for breakfast, sandwiches and chips for lunch, and then I'm going to do either frozen pizzas for supper, or I've got some barbecued chicken, boneless chicken that I'm going to do. And then Monday, I'm going to make some Springfield style cashew chicken with rice and noodles and all that kind of stuff. Heidi species, yeah. Like, they like to hide out all the time. They're Heidi's. They're just Heidi. Groomer Girl says, "Oh darn, just joined the chat. Hubby picked a terrible movie to watch, so scrap that. I know what I'm doing. To watch Jeffroz, of course. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All I was doing before this was watching a Harry Potter marathon. My son's in there watching Harry Potter all day long, which I don't mind. I like the Harry Potter movies." Krusty Bo Jingle says, "Jeffro, have you ever seen a lemon super red calico bristlenose?" A lemon super red calico bristlenose. No. As far as the calicos go, the only ones that I've seen are the predominantly super red with some black specks here and there. And, you know, some of them are blotchier. They're cool. I like them. I don't know if I want to really ever get into breeding them, but... The code says, "Yep, she's a night cat. Definitely. Definitely." Alright. Says we got 29 watching. How many likes we got on this, guys? I can't tell from mine. We're at the bottom of the chat. I need a reference chart of plecos. I don't know what I have. LOL. Yep. A good place to go to is the internet, but they do have posters. Like Bob from Steampot Aquatics ordered one from somewhere. I don't know where he ordered one from, but I'd like to actually get one of those too. Because after so long of looking at plecos on Aquabid to buy and stuff like that, you get to where you're really good at knowing what's out there, you know, knowing what your favorites are. Like right now, I want one of those Cheese Creek. I can't remember the L number, but it's a kind of a brownish red bristlenose, and the thing looks so awesome. They're wild caught, so they would be kind of freaky, but it's called the Cheese Creek bristlenose pleco. That's one of them that I'm kind of looking at right now. They're kind of pricey, but yeah, definitely it's nice to have a reference chart to see what you got, because lots of times you go into an LFS and they really don't know what it is, or maybe they have it listed wrong. I see so many times people get something home and they're like, LFS said it was this, and they show a picture of it and it's obviously not that, and it's kind of frustrating. But yeah, I would say Google Images has a lot of good stuff out there though. Mad Cypress LL is here. What is up, Mad Cypress? Nice to see ya. Yeah, fish posters are cool. Like the one that Bob's got has got tons of bristlenose plecos on it and stuff. It really is awesome. Most fish rooms, the walls are all covered though. You know, I do have one spot right now where I could put a poster, but the Cove says Amazon has them. Probably pretty cheap too. I need to just order me one. Select Pet says, "Did I say that sounds cool? I'm such a nerd." Yeah, we all are, man. We're all just fish nerds. Living the dream. Alright. So, the 3 videos I'm making this weekend are all pleco videos. I've got like 3 pleco videos already up on the channel. So like right now my channel has been pretty heavy on the plecos, but people are liking it, you know. Usually now, the way it is every day, at the end of the day, every one of my videos pretty much has over 100 views, and if it doesn't, I think there's had to have been something wrong. So I'm really pleased with that. And the pleco videos, everyone seems to like them a lot. But one of these days I'm going to have to give some updates on some shrimp and things like that. When the winter hits, I'm going to have to shoot a bunch of different videos about that kind of stuff too, which everybody loves shrimp too. Steve says my LFS has a bunch of different plecos. I think some are mislabeled though, usually for a cheaper, more common kind. Gotcha, gotcha. The code says I want a blue-eyed pleco. Will it be out in the daytime? That all depends, really, because like I've never kept any blue eyes. They might be totally different than my albinos. See, the blue eyes are kind of an albino. I just call them albino, but they're not really an albino. They're a white pleco with blue eyes. So I think they're like a man-made type of situation of a bristlenose. But to me, the way it usually is like if they're a wild caught or something like that, they're usually kind of wild and kind of nocturnal. The rarer ones are, but that doesn't really always matter either. If you decide to get some, reach out to the seller and see how the mom and dad is, because that's usually how the babies are going to be, in my opinion. But I've never kept a blue eye one, so I can't really guarantee you that they're going to be chill. I just know that out of all of my plecos, the super reds are out during the daytime, but man, they take off like crazy right when they see me. If I even, like, my chair will make this popping sound every once in a while when I lean back in it, and it just kind of pops pretty loud. If I even do that, they take off in the tank, you know, or if I go like this, they take off in the tank, you know. But these guys right here, I mean, I'm waving my hand all over the place, and they're just like, you know, I mean, they're out all day long. I don't know. But I know that my clown pleco does stay hid out all the time, too. Yeah, Select Pet says, Trek your nocturnal abyss having the light on at night and in the dark in the day. Yeah, you could do that. There's also ways that there's some different tricks to do to really get them out. You can fast them a little bit and feed during the daytime and try to get them out. Or if you're just needing to look and check on them and stuff, you know, you can pull their hides out and grab them and look them over. Or you can wait till the tank's dark and you can shine lights down in there and look them over. Groomer Girl says, raising angelfish fry, so tired the shrimp brine thing, and put some extra brine in my community tank now. I can get rid of this weird cloudiness in the tank. Any suggestions? Did several water changes. I don't ever have any cloudiness in any of my tanks, but I think the biggest reason why is on every one of my tanks I've got hang on the back. Well, not every one of them. My 10 gallons on my fish rack I don't, but I've got a lot of hang on the back filters, and on the hang on the back filters I've got a sponge down in the very bottom, and then I buy the pillows from out at Walmart that have the 100% polyester filling. Make sure and don't grab one of them. It's usually the cheapest pillow, like that $3 overstuffed pillow that they have that's just gigantic and overstuffed. I don't know what the exact name of it is, but it's like something big. Make sure and don't get the type that has any additives in it to no antibacterial blah blah blah, you know, anti-fungus stuff or anti-molding or something like that. Make sure it's 100% polyester. But I buy a pillow every once in a while and I just cut the end of it on the seam and I tear big chunks of that out, and that's like a filter floss, and I put that on top of the sponge, and then I put my ceramic bio rings over that, and that pillow stuffing will polish your water. That will help, definitely. It will polish it pretty good. So you can try that if you haven't tried that already. And if you don't run a hang on the back on that tank, if you do have a hang on the back on another tank or something, or like an extra one or something, you could pop it on that tank for a few days and just put just filter floss in it. And that's the pillow stuffing. I just call it filter floss. My Hot Pleco says his blue eyes are out all the time. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. Select Pet says I was eyeing Jack Dempsey's today. Yep, definitely. And you didn't get waited on, which sucks. The Cove, okay, cool. I have Corey's that take off with tiny noses. Yeah, yeah. My Corey's run too, but not my blue-eyed plecos. They don't care. Yep. My high pleco says, why are you buying pillows? Because it's $3 for a great big giant bag of filter floss. It's $3, real cheap filter floss. Everyone's doing it, Mike. Everyone. I haven't ever seen a great big giant bag of filter floss. You know, usually whenever you put like names like aquarium, filter floss next to it, they charge more, you know, or medical, wheelchair, they charge more, you know, like if it's a bolt for a wheelchair and you order it from the manufacturer, it's like $10 for a bolt, but you go down to True Value and it costs you like 16 cents. That's why I buy a pillow. If you know where there's a great big giant bag of filter floss for less than $3, I'll start buying it. I don't have to have a pillow. You just need to make sure that it does not have fire retardant in it. Okay. That's another thing that it could have in it, but there are pillows out there that have like antifungal additives to it. I don't know why. I guess to where you don't get fungus on your ears or something on the pillow, but your cheap ones at Walmart that are like $3 for a great big giant overstuffed pillow. I mean, it's a bed pillow is what it is. It's a lot of stuffing. It lasts me forever. Polyfill on Amazon. Polyfill on Amazon. Okay, if it's cheaper than $3 and it's bigger than what I've got, I will start the save. I guess a year from now when I need to buy another one, because it lasts me literally forever. I'll forget. Yeah, Pam says she's been doing that for a good 25 years. I bought 2 rolls and it has lasted me forever. Yeah, it does. You need to pull pleco eggs. Okay. Valley Fish says, do you need to pull pleco eggs in a pleco and guppy only tank? No, and the only reason why I am pulling pleco eggs is because I don't want them, like in the super red tank, it's a great big like mess. Like I don't want a bunch of babies, like they could get down in my rock pile and get, you know, lost up in there. I want them separated so that whenever I start to sell them, I've got a tank that only has them in it. And then I also can keep my line exactly straight. It won't like be a bunch of inbreeding type stuff going on. You know, I pull all my babies out of it. Now back there in that one, there's a bunch of platies in there with great big mouths. They could eat babies possibly too, but they're not going to. Yeah, it's not because it's got guppies in it. It's because I don't want the babies to be in that tank. I would say the biggest reason why people pull eggs is to grow the babies out in a separate tank. Mike says, stop buying pillows. I'm not the only one in the world that does it, Mike. You're acting like I'm some kind of introvert or something. Unless he wants to sleep with them at Mile Plecos. Alright, so Lumpy Dog shared in Amazon. Hopefully this doesn't... And it did. No, it didn't. Okay. So, he shared an Amazon link. Let me go look at it. I won't need to order it for like another year. $8.99 for a 20 ounce. Queen size is 90 inches. So what would mine be like comparison to? It's more than the 10 pound. And the 10 pound is $37. So this one, this 20 ounce, that's about the size of what my pillows are, I would think. And this one says $8.99, and I'm paying $3 for my pillow, so I don't know. 50 ounces, $2.78. How is a 20 ounce more than a 50 ounce? I'm confused. Maybe that's why I haven't been buying them, Mike. Alright. We got about 5 more minutes. I'm probably going to go until an hour and a half here. Mob Guppy says there's loving plecos, and there is loving plecos, definitely. Dougie says time for me to hit the pillows. It's 2:25 a.m. Thanks for another great live stream. Thanks for coming, Dougie. I'm really glad that you're doing better. Nice to see you here tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend. They have a super size for cheap. Cool. Yeah, I've got that one pulled up. I'll have to keep it up on my computer for a year and try don't forget. This pillow really will last me a year, I'm sure. But $3 for a great big bunch of it isn't that bad to me, I didn't think. It's not like I'm terribly wasting money. Let's see here. So Dank's back with some audio. Valley Fish says, I have a group of albinos, 4 males, 1 female, I think. Never seen eggs ever. About 4 inches now. Any thoughts? Female only has bristles on the edge of her lip. It is a nerve-wracking thing to wait on plecos to mature. But I'll guarantee you all it is your female just hasn't completely matured. It, like my super reds, I don't really know how old they were when I got them. I would say probably 2 months, somewhere around in there. And then I had them 6 months, so they were probably around 8 months, 9 months old, somewhere around in there. And these guys back here, probably about the same thing, because I got them in February. They were like an inch long, so I would say they were 1 to 2 months old when I got them. So they were from probably like December, so really they were like 9 months old, somewhere around in there. Yeah, it's just one of those things where the males, to me, if they're all the same age when you get them, the males to me are ready. In my experience, they're ready before the females are. It just sounds like your female just isn't ready yet. You'll start noticing that her belly will really start getting full, and you'll almost be worried about bloat, is what, you know, the first time I seen my female get full of eggs, I was like, oh my gosh, is she bloated or what? M. Howie9 is here. Hi, Fish Fan, watching football and lurking. What is up, M. Howie9? I wanted to say Mike, because I think I saw you on Facebook today as a suggestion. I think it's Mike. Might have been Matt. Mike or Matt, one or the other. But anyhow, welcome to the live stream. It's awesome that it's football season again. Corvus Oskin says, lost signal. You still on, bro? Yeah, I'm only going to go for another minute and a half. I've got to go get my daughter from work here in a little bit, so. Select Pet says, I'm starting to believe it, Pam. Valley Fish says mine are about a year and a half. Ooh, yeah. It doesn't always go by how old they are, though. A lot of times it is the size. That's really what matters. They have to be a pretty good size, but I think you said 4 inches. It's really difficult to tell. Do you have Valley? Here's some things that I have tried in the past to get them going. How long has the tank been set up? Like, maybe refreshing up your coral, because I did that on one tank and they spawned really soon after that. So I think that did have something to do with it, like it changed the pH in the water and it caused them to spawn. You could try like a cooler water change, so like do a 30% water change and do a cooler water. A lot of times something stressful can make them spawn. So you could do a cool water change. I've done that on. There's some people that talk against that. You know, you got to be careful because you could shock them, I guess, or something. So you could do a cool water change, and I've done that on them, and that's worked before. And then like Sergeant Tank Pets taught me this one time. If you've got another tank in your house that's got bristlenose in it, that's spawning all the time, you can take like a deli cup, you know, one of those deli cups. You can take a deli cup of water out of that tank. As long as you know your water parameters are good and you ain't got nothing going on in that tank, it's your water. You should know, you know, if everything's good. You could dump that in the other tank. Yeah, there's all kinds of things. There's even like this tank back here. I tried it a little bit during a cold water change one time to get them going. This light that I bought back here, it's got like a lightning setting on it. So it acts like there's actual thunderstorm. There's even like you can do some spray bar type stuff, like where you get a spray bar, you lower the water level and do a spray bar for like 24 hours and it makes them think that it's raining. You're trying to recreate a bunch of natural things here to get them to spawn. But I think the pheromone water from another tank is something that really does work, because the spawn comes off of feeding and pheromones, and it's all food related and pheromones in the water. And I think like also low pressure systems coming in. I think the barometric pressure changes. I think they feel that. Fish feel that. It has to, I think, but maybe not because of the water. I don't know. It's not scientifically proven. I've just kind of been thinking that here lately, because this week I've had a bunch of thunderstorms and I've had plecos spawning all around me. So I think that has a lot to do with it too, but I don't know that for sure. But there are some different tricks and stuff that you can try to pull, Valley. Joel says, who's going to Minnesota? Yep, that is coming up. I don't think I'm going to go, only because all I've seen so far that's going on that weekend is Thursday, Corey's talking, and I haven't seen anything else that's happening on the weekend. And if I went up on Thursday to watch that, I'd have to either stay overnight, and my kids are in school during the week, so if it's only that, I won't be able to go. But if there's something going on that weekend, I can probably shoot up on the weekend. Valley Fish says it's a 55 gallon, never do much with it, weekly water changes with lots of driftwood, one cave, no other plecos until Mile High send some. Yeah, I had 6 to begin with, lost 2, and then I ended up having 3 males and 1 female, and my female just was lacking and lagging and lagging, you know, lagging behind. And when I bought those L182s from Mike, he sent me a female that was more mature, and it was only like 6 weeks after I got her, she spawned, and it was only until like last month that my female that I had before her spawned. I've got both females going now. Oh, okay. Joel says it'll be Friday and Saturday. Okay, well, I definitely can make it up that weekend then, for sure. Yeah, that would be awesome. I could meet the Corvus. And, yeah, that'd be cool, man. So, is that September... That's September 28th, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Another thing that you can do, too, Jeff, is you can turn, like... this has something to do with nature as well. So like the pleco caves that you have in there, you can turn them different ways to where water flow goes over them one way and water flow goes over them another way. Turn a bunch of your caves all kinds of different ways. But have they caved up yet? So that might not matter. But different types of caves in there. I would definitely think about adding crushed coral in there if you've had the tank going for a long time, because I had my tank going forever and I think that coral had just ran out and my plecos hadn't spawned in like 2 months, and I put crushed coral. I just put it like a couple a cup of crushed coral in there, and within like 2 days they spawned. And what it did is it changed the pH, and it just made it happen. Oh, Joel says next weekend I'm back on the road, bro. Okay, so I need to make a note. Next weekend, the Minnesota trip. Sweet. All right, it's a date, dude. Valleyfish says, does temp matter? Bristlenose plecos can breed, you know, all the way down to low 70s, anywhere from 70 to 78. So to me, that doesn't matter that much. There's a lot of people out there that would say they breed better at higher temperatures. But like Jeremy from Sergeant Hank Pets, he's bred bristlenose plecos for 14 years, and he likes it down around 68 to 72 degrees. Right now, I'm running this tank at 74 degrees is what I'm running that tank at. I don't like the higher temperatures. I really don't. So, and once you find a sweet spot, just keep it right at it, you know. But see, what that cold water change does is it kind of stresses them out, you know. Stress in the wild will cause them to think that they need to breed to, you know, follow through with their line. You know what I mean? So, ooh, Mob Guppy says Minneapolis has an In-N-Out burger now. Sweet. Steve says, Usher, I'd rather play some Barry Manilow. All right, guys. I would go longer, but I need to go and pick up my daughter from her work here in a little bit. So I really need to get off here. It's been fun. I appreciate everyone that came out tonight. If you haven't voted on this live stream, before you leave, make sure and vote. I've got a poll up. If you're on a mobile device, just click on the middle of the screen on my face, and there'll be an eye that pops up at the top of the screen. And vote for what fish should I get next. There's 4 different choices there. Vote on that for me to where I know what you guys are digging or into. Mile High Pleco says cold water simulates rainstorm. Definitely. That's where if you put some crushed coral in there, it could change the pH along with the cold water, and it would change the pH, which would mimic what the rain does to the water too, kinda. So, alright guys, don't forget to check out Monday's video, the plant unboxing from Dustin's Fish Tanks, and otherwise we will see you guys right back here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great Labor Day weekend. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. And I appreciate everybody's support. And thank you again for all the super chats. I need to bring that up again real quick. We had a $2 super chat from Joel from New Zealand. We had a $5 super chat from Steve's Fishy Palace. Thank you very much, guys. We had a $5 and a $50 super chat from Mile High Plecos. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support that everyone has been giving me. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great rest of the weekend. And peace out, y'all.